Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are doing well. Myself Kuhu Sarkar, and today I'm going to continue the series of mega revision of Indian writers. So I had already started the series before the UGC exam re-examination, and I thought to continue this series and finish the whole PDF so that I can put it to the playlist and you can watch it later for your December next exam preparation. So I had already completed fourth part and this is the fifth part. So let's see, this is the picture of Geeta Mehta. So she was born in 1943 in Delhi. So there is a typo here. It should be C. So she came of a family of freedom fighters. Her father Biju Patnaik was an industrialist, flying ace and most well-known political leader, as well Chief Minister of Orissa. She based her creative writing on the theme of country struggle for freedom. She started her career as a journalist. So let's see her works one by one. So in 1979, her first work Karma Cola, Marketing the Mystic East was published. Her first novel was Raj, which was published in 1989. Her famous work Snakes and Ladder 1997 is a collection of essays about independence, and the Raj it was published in 1991, and it was about in India. Okay, so the protagonist of this novel, here I am going to talk about the novel The Raj. Okay, so the protagonist of the novel is Jaya Singh, the only daughter of Maharaj and Maharani of Balmar. Jaya Singh is the intelligent, beautiful and compassionate daughter of Maharaj and Maharani Balmar. She was raised in the thousand years old tradition of Parda by her mother and was educated exactly like her royal brother Balmar's heir. Okay, so this happened according to her father's decision. She learned to play polo, hunt, ride tiger, wild boar, and how to govern and lead. Jaya marries the Jaded, the westernized Maharaj of Sipur, and finds herself in the history making position. After the death of her husband, she took regime and very successfully holds the power. We witness Mahatma Gandhi march to the sea with hundreds of thousands of his countrymen and break British laws against making salt. India's struggle for independence and partition a Riva Sutra in 1993. So you should read this summary in a way that you can they can ask you that in which novel Mahatma Gandhi is shown. So maybe there is a question where they give you some options that in which novel Mahatma Gandhi is shown, Mahatma Gandhi's ideas are shown. So you can, if they give you the option of Raj, you can tick it, right? Like Arkanarayan's, most of the Arkanarayan's works we can see that Mahatma Gandhi, then Raja Rao's Kantapura also. Then so India struggle for independence and partition. Then the next novel is a River Sutra. It was published in 1993, and it was written in 1993 and published in 1994. This is the third book by Geeta Mehta. The story interconnected with Narmada River in India. The river is the Narmada. The river is the Narmada, one of the holiest in India, and Sutra is both a thread and discourse that constantly unwinds. The novel is a series of short stories. Themes is diversity within Indian society, both present and past. Major themes are lust, region, desire, and love. There are six stories: the monks, the teachers, the executives, the courtisan, the musician, and the minstrels. The novel of with the word of 14th century Indian poet, listen, oh brother, man is the greatest truth, nothing beyond. So this is the quotation. Okay, the story is told from the perspective of a retired government official. Mehta tells the story of a retired government official who resides on one of the largest and holiest rivers in India. In his working days, official was never a religious man. So he was not a religious man. But now he has a chance to relax and observing his surroundings. He is able to take the diversity around him and start his own questioning about the spiritual side of life. Using the illustrates encounters frame the with Mehta officials numerous characters who each in turn tell their stories to the retired officer. As the story proceeds, he encounters many characters, as for example, a mendicant, a Muslim music teacher, a wandering ascetic, a courtesan seeking her kidnapping daughter, a genius sitar player, and tea plantation officials who was encountered Nagas. Mehta uses each character to explore different religious themes that are represented in India, weaves them all into a cohesive search for spiritual truth. India is always a country of unity in diversity, and authors has successfully uses this trait. So there are many stories, the monk stories and other stories, and you should read one by one. So the monk stories begins with Asoka, who is the first of many people to tell the narrator his love story. The Jain monk is probably not only 30 years old, and he has started tired of a world that has offered him anything he has wanted: extreme wealth, a loving family, and the opportunity to better other people's life through charity. The monk has decided himself to become a monk in a religious where in a religion where, as other monk tells him, he will suffer almost constant pain. Also believe these sacrifices are worthwhile because in his renunciation, as the as same monk tells him, he will be free from doubt. Then the teacher story. The teacher story narrates narrator story the narrator meets a man who accuses himself of being a murderer. It tells about a man called Master Mohan who now gives music lesson. His wife always taunted him continually with his for his weakness and inability to make money. She also accuses him of the fact that he is the reason she had lost her child. The child. Sorry, he had she had lost her rich inheritance. Okay, so this is a heartwarming story. Please read it. Please listen it. So although he leads unhappy life, his gentle nature always uses him to small acts of kindness. Master Mohan's father developed a great love to listen his song sing in recording studios. One day Master Mohan gets the chance to listen to a group of traveling Qawwali singers from Nizamuddin, who are famous for Sufi tradition songs. He stood spellbound to the voice of a young blind Muslim boy, Imrat. The singers have prodded him and started two musical lines. I prostrated my head to the blade of your sword. Oh wonder of my submission. Oh wonder of my protection. Imran's sister requests Mohan to take care of her brother, for while Mohan's wife and children treat Imran in a dreadful manner, he sings some beautiful devotional song to the joy of people around. Mohan knows that the singing of these songs will give him the endurance he needs to confront the indignities of his life. He grooms him in music and discovers that the boy to be a prodigy, and he instructs Imrat to sing song of Kabir, Mirabai, Khusrau, Tulsidas, Kisti, and Chandidas. His singing becomes so popular and attract the attention of music record company, and unable to bear the rude misbehavior, his wife and Master Mohan leaves the house. So what happened? He took the boy, and he started earning money through this boy. Okay, but his wife and sons still misbehaving with the boy. But when they saw that the boy is a source of earning money, they started using the boy Imrat. Okay, and this you can see that there will be a tragic end. Okay, so Mohan leaves the house for Imrat to continue his practice. It is Master Mohan's wife who wants to make money out of Imrat and accepts the offer and receives 5,000 rupees for a program. The boy is forced to sing, and his singing fills the hall with ecstasy and mystic raptures. When the great Sahib rises and Master Mohan thinks the Sahib is going to dance to the music of the boy, the gruesome incidents of the death of boy drives the master to the verge of madness. He comes to the bank of Narmada in search of peace. So what happened, something happened, and the boy died. Okay, he does not get peace because the story leaves him many unanswered questions. Tariq Mia's explanation is that he does not know the answer, and it is the story of human heart. The bureaucrat questioned himself whether police catch him or not, why the Sahib kills the boy. So the Sahib kills the boy. Unable to come to conclusion, Master Mohan commits suicide on the on his way back. Okay, if now the executive story. So the executive story speaks about Nitin Bose, a young executive works in a tea company in Calcutta that time. So he is well educated, orthodox, and committed to duty. Though his companions have dreadful predictions, he opts for the tea estates as he could feel the monotonous of Kolkata, and begins to live a self-disciplined life until a young tribal woman Rima arrives while he is asleep. He falls in love with her, although he avoids women from him. He likes her and experience her body. The relation between Nitin and Rima is immoral, so that he is afraid of the regulations of the society, because according to the society his act is a sin, and which is not accused by people. Therefore the buried of his immoral act in his mind and effect his suppression resulted in utter madness. Afraid of the society's regulation, he cannot admit his immoral act to anybody else, so that he confesses it is in his diary. Diary is in one of the means of confession through which one can get mental relief. Nitin Bose, after writing his diary, gets mental relief and cured from amnesia. The story reflects the Indian psyche and tradition in which these kinds of acts are not allowed, and if someone did it in unconsciously, he is afraid to confess it. Nitin Bose, as belong to the same tradition, suppresses his desire and wants to hide the truth from people, and the writer before telling the story describes the myth of Kama, god of love, which is very helpful to create a suitable atmosphere. Then the Courtsium story. The Courtsium story is a tale of the love of flesh and recounted by Courtsium's mother and herself. The Courtsium represent the particular group of Courtsian which is neglected by the society. The Courtsians are not considered as human beings but are used for entertainment only. The Courtsian's daughter got chance to perform a large political gathering. Her tender voice soothed the crowd into silence. The happening was shattered as her daughter was kidnapped by bandit of Vindhyas, and Rahul Singh who was notorious standing for robbery, kidnaps her because he thinks that she has been his wife in so many lives because that one, and keeps her in captivity and cave and forces her to yield. She refuses to surrender. Rahul tells her that she has been his wife in many years before, many births before of this one, but she does not believe him, and he endures her hatred and insults. But one night when he touches her, she realizes that he is speaking truth. She spends with him happily for a few days, and she too falls in love with him and become pregnant. He was so much in love with her and become reformed, but died trying to steal something for her from the bazaar. So you can see that the stories are beautiful, right? The one of the stories can be filmed, and most of the stories are also filmed. Okay, you can get the references. Then the musician stories describe the ugly female musician who learns to perfect her singing all her life. Tariq Mia tells the minstrel story to understand a bureaucrat about the Naga Babas. It is about the Naga Baba who rescued a girl of 8 years old from clutches of a prostitute who later became a minstrel. Then, okay. So this is the end of Gita Mehta's writings. Now we are going to see about Salman Rushdie. So I don't know why I forget to put the picture of Salman Rushdie. Salman Rushdie is very much important, and in these last exam also they asked about Salman Rushdie. I hope you know. So Salman Rushdie, he was born in 1947. Okay, sorry. So he was born in 1947 in Bombay, Mumbai, India, in a British Indian novelist and essayist. So I will make a video only about Salman Rushdie. Okay, so his works combines magical realism and historical fiction, often addressing theme of migration, cultural class, and identity. Rushdie's narrative style and thematic concerns have made him one of the most significant literary figure of his time. And you know that last year. He published a new book, and for this book he was attacked, right? So let's see one of his works one by one, and this time they asked his works in chronology. So you should know that Grimace was the first work he wrote, and it was a magic realism. His whole works are magical realism. And sometimes they asked also that you should tick the right option, which is who is the writer of magical realism. So you should tick that Salman Rushdie will be the writer of magical realism genre. Okay, so Grimace was the first novel. His second novel acclaimed Midnight's Children, and it was the novel for which he got the Booker Prize. So he got the Booker Prize, he got the Booker Prize, so he got so many prizes. And it was published in 1981. Here for this he won the Booker Prize for fiction in 1993. Then Bookers of Bookers, okay, for the best novel for fiction, and awards in 25th history. His third novel, same 1983, was shortlisted for Booker Prize for fiction. The publication in 1988 of the fourth novel, The Satanic Verse. Okay, so Grimace, then Midnight Children, then Same, then Satanic Verses. For Satanic Verses, leads a accusation of blasphemy against Islam and demonstration by Islamic group in India and Pakistan. Okay, so for these sorry, so for these novels he got the accusation, and he was banned from India and Pakistan. Okay, so now let's see about his first novel Grimace, which was published in 1975. It was a science fiction. The story takes place in Arizona in India. The story follows Flapping Eagle, a young Indian who receives the gift of immortality after drinking a magic fluid. His mother died just oh, sorry so his mother died just after some second he was born, and as a result he was outcasted. He is not easily accepted by the society, and his sister bird dog protected him, presented him with the alzid of eternal life, and after that she disappears mysteriously from the land of Exona. Okay, so I told you that this is a magic realism novel, and here you can see the bird dog, a bird dog, and it was a story about a flapping eagle who become flapping eagle after drinking something. Okay, so Flapping eagle is taken then is taken sorry Flapping eagle is then exiled from his people and wanders the world for centuries. Flapping eagle wanders the earth for 777 years, 7 months and 7 days. Please note down the days, searching for his immortal sister, who is bird dog. Flapping eagle explores identities till he falls through the hole in Mediterranean Sea. He arrives in the parallel dimension at the mysteries of mystical cult island. Here he finds people blessed with immortality yet bored with the sameness of life. However, they are reluctant to give up their immortality and exist in a satanic static community under a subtle sinister authority. Flapping eagle is tried with the mundane reality of immortality, hence wants to get rid of the grimace effect. So you can see that the brother, he who is a flapping eagle, he is searching for his sister who is a dog, bird dog. Okay, and he is searching for her sister for 777 years, 7 months and 7 days. So this is a flop novel, you can say that, because this is not a famous novel, but you should know the story. Then the Midnight Children, and this is the most famous. For this novel he is now remembered. So the novel is which is won the Booker Prize in 1991, Booker of Bookers in 1993 and 2008, is considered Rajdi's magnum opus, and it tells the story of Salim Sinai, born at the exact moment of India's independence, August 15, 1947. The novel uses magical realism and explores the Indians' transition, British colonialism to Indian independence and partition. So I only give you a brief summary, because you should know detailed summary of the novel, and for this you can watch it from YouTube. There are many videos of this novel, about this novel, and you can read the summary from Google also. Okay. Then Satanic Verses. So it was published in 1988. The controversial novel blends the magic realism with historical fiction and revolves around two Indian expatriates living in England, and it interweaves multiple narratives, including reimagining of the life of Prophet Muhammad, which sparked outrage in the Muslim world. Satanic Verses, for this novel he is banned. Okay, so then so it is the novel's theme is faith, doubt, religious orthodoxy, cultural conflict and identity. So the novel led to the widespread protest and resulted in fatwa. So this question also asks that for which novel he was given fatwa. So in a fatwa calling Rushdie's death issued by Iran Ayatollah Kohemini. Rushdie went into hiding several years, and the controversy significantly impacted global discussion about freedom of expression and power of literature. Then, the Moor's last sigh. So, the novel tells about the story of Moor Jogubai, the last descendant of a powerful family of spice merchants in Cochin. The narrative spans several generations and weaves together elements of history and art and politics. Then Salimar the Crown, the novel explores the story of Salimar, a Kashmiri Muslim, his transformation from happy-go-lucky performer to a terrorist. The narrative addressed issue of love, betrayal, revenge against backdrop of political conflict in Kashmir. Then Kuichoti. So this inspired by Miguel de Cervantes' Don Quixote. This novel allows an aging traveling salesman Ismail Smile, who embarks on a quest across America to win the heart of a TV star. And the narrative intervenes salesman's journey with the story of writer who created him. Then Victory City. So for this novel, he was attacked last year. Okay. So Victory City is a fictionalized historical epic set in 14th century. So I try to give more information about the recent novel, so that if they ask you, maybe they ask also that for which novel he was attacked. So if they ask you, you can they can ask from the contemporary novels than the Midnight Children. Okay, Midnight Children you can watch from the YouTube. Okay, and if I get time, I will make video. Okay, so Victory City is a fictionalized history epic set in 14th century, centered around the rise and fall of Vijayangara Empire in Southern India. The story is narrated by Pampa Kampana, a poet and seer who is granted extraordinary powers of a goddess. Using her abilities, she conjures the city of Bisnaga out of handful of seeds and breathes life into the inhabitants, crafting a utopian vision of a society where equality and justice prevail. The novel spans several decades, chronicling the city's growth, its struggle, and its eventful decline. So that's it for Salman Rushdie. And if I said that for this novel he was attacked, no. Not for this novel he was attacked, but he was attacked when he was publishing the novel last year. Okay, so he was majorly attacked, and maybe his one eye got injured. So Salman Rushdie is very much important, and he was still banned in India and Pakistan. Okay, so that's it. I will definitely make a another video about Salman Rushdie and try to give explanation and summary of all his works. Okay, so thank you for giving your time. I hope you will like it.